Welcome to Celebrating Women in Business Journals. I am your host, Sarah Jenkins. So, here at Celebrating Women in Business, we are a empowering and welcoming community, and we like to support each other through recognition, collaboration, and genuine connection. So, we have a very special guest with us today. We have Susan Kent from Sessions of the Soul. Hello.
Hello, how are you, Sarah?
Good, thank you. So you've been supporting people on their journeys for the past 10 years and practicing yourself for 25 years. Um, and I suppose the time feels like it's gone past really
Yeah,
fast.
yes, yes, definitely.
So would you like to tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, of course, of course. Thank you, Sarah, for having me here. It's really exciting, and I've loved the journals so far. Um, yeah, so for the last 10 years, I've been supporting people using mindfulness, mindset, psychology, and intuition to support people healing from traumas, challenging lives, um, changing their mindset just because they want to change the way they see the world, people wanting to release blocks in life and business, or people on a personal and spiritual growth journey. So lots of different people wanting growth and healing.
Yeah. And I think I think we could all use that at some point in our lives as well. I think
Absolutely.
um I think it's a big thing these days, isn't it? I think we are more open to actually thinking, actually, I need a bit of help or I need a bit of support, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We
Uh,
don't know everything, and there's people that can support and help us. And I've used it on my journey. That's how I started. So, yeah, it's always good to seek support if you're changing or growing or whatever.
yeah. So in our businesses, we can often find ourselves rushing around from one task to another, doing jobs that we sometimes we like, sometimes we absolutely hate.
Yeah.
Um, and that could be quite draining. So what would you say to somebody that is experiencing that right now?
Yeah, I mean, business is huge, isn't it? That's a huge personal growth journey, isn't it? Being
Hmm.
self-employed, you learn more about yourself possibly in business than you do in any other area.
Yeah.
So I would say, being mindful with this is know what you like about your business, what you enjoy, whether it's working in one-to-one with people or being creative. Focus on that and appreciate it. So maybe put it in your planner is that's my joyful work this week. And I'm
Hmm.
going to appreciate it and I'm going to enjoy it. Now, the things that are less appealing, again, be mindful. Can you change your approach to them? Can you outsource? Or can you do something nice before them? So pop a nice task before or after, so you've got less draining and more flow. Can you change the way you do things so that the nice things and the less appealing things interact in a more balanced way? If that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah. And I know that for me, this is something that I struggled with because I'm no good at blocking out my diary because I hyper focus on things. So when I say to myself, I'm going to have half an hour doing something that I enjoy, that becomes 3 hours.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it can it? And
Yeah.
that's okay too if you've got
Yeah.
flexibility. I'd say put flexibility in your
But
flow.
but it also means that those things that I don't like doing, um, I avoid.
We do. We all do in many ways. We really do. James Clear in Atomic Habits says, can you tag it onto something else? If you can, tag. That's something I've learned is I do the thing I'm not so keen on, and then I will tag the other thing on quite quickly or with it in sight. So I feel like get this done, and then I've got my nice thing. That's what works
Yeah.
for me, but we're all different.
Yeah. And that's the key, isn't it? We are all different. So
Very much
just
so.
because somebody else is doing something, it doesn't mean that that's going to work for us either.
Absolutely
Um,
not. Yeah.
and I think that's important, like not comparing ourselves.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. We are very complex beings. We're all very different and we can learn from each other and be inspired, but then put together things that work for us and our mind and our flow and our life. I
Yeah.
feel that's very mindful to look after the way you need it to happen.
Yeah. And you mentioned outsourcing as well. This is something that I've struggled with. However, when I have been able to do that, it's like a weight has been lifted.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, isn't it? That's choosing again what are you finding most easy to let go of? Because some things it'll be harder to do. So is there something simple I can do that can make my business or life easier? You know, some people get cleaners to help with their day-to-day life, or childcare. It's all about working what helps you in your life, in your way.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Now, one thing that I personally can find quite overwhelming in business, absolutely love it on times, and on other times it can be very challenging, is working with other people.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as I said, there are times when I absolutely love it and it can be really rewarding. But then there are obviously challenges and people have different views in the world and stuff like that. So have you experienced this and what would you recommend?
Okay, yeah, and this is something that comes up in all sorts of areas of life. Um, People can be the most joyful part of our journey and the most difficult. I've
Mhm.
experienced this when teaching in rehab, when teaching carers, we're teaching in colleges and unis, because we're all different. So
Yeah,
we all come with very different makeup inside, different stories, beliefs. So I would say be mindful, observant in relationships. Be mindful, observe which are helping you and are nourishing and are supportive, which are not.
mhm.
And then make the right changes for you. A good thing in mindfulness and mindset is to respond rather than react. So give yourself space. If you receive that message and you're like, oh, that makes me, take a moment, go make a cup of tea, then respond. Because when you
Yeah,
react, you have all the secondary shame, blame, guilt, fear, all the
yeah,
bits you don't want, because life's too short. So I would say, yeah, be mindful
yeah.
of your relationships.
And I think also sometimes it's what's worked for myself is thinking where have they come from with that, you know? They sometimes, somebody might snap at me, for example, and I've thought it actually makes me laugh. I don't know why, but I think, well, actually, maybe they're having a bad day. Not that that's funny, that's not funny, but maybe they're having a bad day. So approach it with, right, okay, kindness rather than let's snap back and have an argument.
Yes, yes, definitely respond, isn't it? There's one of the first books I ever wrote, Richard Carlson said, seek first to understand. See if you can
Yeah,
understand that person. But that also doesn't mean don't protect your healthy boundaries. If that
yeah,
happens over a period of time, start to notice that flag of, I don't feel this relationship is supporting me in this area of my life.
yeah.
So maybe I need to relook and redirect myself there.
And I think that's one thing that I did in 2025 is really look at boundaries. And that can be very, very difficult because people will challenge you on them. And usually the people who are challenging you on them are the ones who like to overstep the mark.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, but I mean, myself, I'm a people pleaser. Like, do you have any tips? Sorry, I'm popping you on the spot there. Do you have
No,
any tips for boundaries? Because
yeah,
it can be difficult. And sometimes
it
when we
is.
have to say no, then we can feel guilty about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I teach this a lot in rehab because people have sometimes not very strong boundaries or healthy ones. It's okay to look after you, is the key there. It's
Mhm.
okay to look after your needs. So let's see it really simply and a bit silly. If you've got one glass of water and someone else is asking for it, but you're really thirsty, is
Mm,
it looking after your needs if you give the water away? It's your glass of water that you've got. Do you give it all away to that other person? Is that
mm.
looking after you? And it's not mean to say, let's share half the glass because I need that water. You
Yeah,
are a being in your own right, and you are allowed to look after you. If that makes sense in that sort of physical way,
yeah,
um, we're allowed to look after our needs. And if saying no looks after our time, our stress levels, then that's okay. It's not our responsibility for how the other person feels. It's their responsibility. It's their
yeah.
life.
And that's one thing. I spoke to a lady last year, and and she said to me, "Sarah, it's not your problem." And that I felt like I'd been hit by like I don't know because it was just like a huge light bulb moment, and I was just like, actually, I'm passionate about sticking up for women and supporting women, and I do that online in life and whatever. But sometimes it's too much. And sometimes I can say, Sarah, that's not your problem, and actually feel okay in myself.
That's good. That's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. You're you, and you have to look after you first, like the oxygen mask thing, isn't it? Put on your oxygen mask first, then you help the other person. It is not selfish to look after your needs, because you'll naturally be kind then anyway, because you'll feel better.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Once you've drank the water, you can see what's left and what's available for others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very true. I like that. Um, right, so our next question is, what unique perspective do you feel you bring as a woman in business?
Okay. I suppose mine is I bring me and my journey and my life and all the work I've done on my journey. Um, and it makes me aligned with who I am. I am Suzanne Williams, and it's who I am, and I'm learning about myself, and it helps people when I teach them that they know it's me teaching them from my beliefs, passions,
Mhm.
learnings, kindness and compassion I bring because I feel it, because it's part of who I am. So I would say that I comes to my business is authenticity and transparency, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah.
And I think when you're doing that as well, you might not realize you're doing it, but you're actually giving people the permission to be themselves as well, which is important because in this day and age, we often see social media and stuff like that where people are, you've got to do this and you've got to talk a particular way and stuff like that. And that's really hard because you're trying to be somebody that you're not.
That's exhausting. You can only
Yeah.
be you.
Yeah.
You can make mistakes and learn.
Mm.
That's
But definitely, and I saw a post the other day actually, and a lady was saying that um she Christian lady, obviously she follows God and everything else, but she was saying that we've been put on this earth for a purpose. So whether you believe in God or whatever you believe in, we've been put on for a purpose. So if we're fighting it and we're trying to be, like somebody down the road, then
yeah,
we're not fulfilling our purpose. And that really hit
absolutely.
me then, whether
Yeah.
you're religious or not, like that really hit me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to be you of new, and then you feel well. When you're
Yeah.
not being you, when you're pulling yourself apart for others, you don't feel together, and you don't feel balanced, and you don't feel right.
Yeah. And we all, whether we believe it or not, we've all got something magical or something, in us that we have to share with the world. We've all got different
Oh,
like qualities and
yeah.
things that we're good at, and
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a Charlie Makesy quote from his newest book, Always Remember, and he says something like, "Remember, you matter, you are loved, and you bring to this world something nobody else can." And I
Oh,
love that. And it's so
yeah.
true. Your uniqueness is you. Don't try and dampen it down to fit in,
Yeah.
because we will never fit in. We've got to be who we
Yeah.
are.
I,
Definitely.
and I want to tell everybody that. And do you know what I mean? Like, it really makes me feel like I want everybody to know that.
Yeah, just be you. Everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right. So our last question is, how do you define success for yourself beyond profit?
Yeah, success for me, yes, a good question. It is to feel happy. Does
Mhm.
this make me happy? Does this make me feel fulfilled? Does this bring me closer to who I really am? I suppose that links to the purpose bit. Do I feel right? That's
Mhm.
actually success, is just feeling that you're living the life you're meant to live and it feels right and on path and aligned.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And I think it's really worth us sometimes thinking about that because I
absolutely.
was asked the other day and it's a very similar question, and I said going on holiday is my success. And so they were like, oh, so it's monetary, like money is success to you. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, it's being with my family and
Oh,
making
yeah,
memories.
absolutely. Joy.
It could be, a £10,000 holiday, or it could be, £100 trip, with a night over. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it's not the money, it's the doing and the memories.
Yeah, the experiences it brings, isn't
Yes.
it? The freedom it allows you, freedom and joy. Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. Definitely. Um, yeah.
Is
Joy,
there?
life, one life, isn't it? One life.
Oh, definitely.
Joy.
And as we get older, we learn that more and more. I think when we're younger, we don't really see that.
We think
Um,
we've got forever, haven't we?
yeah, and then I think as we get old, we lose people and we go, actually, oh, I need to be doing me.
I need to be doing me. I like that. Doing me and being me. And that's
Yeah,
cool. And it's not your responsibility if that doesn't work for others. As long as you're being kind and not hurting others, be you, isn't it? And bring to the world
yeah,
your light.
yeah.
The world needs
Because
that.
I think, as you said, there'll always be somebody watching who that gives them permission
Oh,
to be them as well. Um,
absolutely. And
and
that's
I love watching the ladies on TikTok who have their, what do they call it? Is it their dopamine wardrobe?
oh, is it? I've never seen I don't watch TikTok.
So they wear their, like, it could be any time of the year, not just Christmas, but they're wearing their sequins and their, bright
Brilliant.
pink fluffy coats and their stripy tights,
Brilliant.
and they're just whatever makes them feel good is that's what they're wearing, and they don't care what other people think.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's it. Living, being, vibing. Love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
beautiful.
we're afraid of being judged, aren't we? So
Yeah, but people will judge anyway, won't they? So,
yes,
yeah,
definitely.
that's okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience today?
I think it's realizing that something I'd learned was a mindset coach said, you're the CEO of your life. What works is your choice. What doesn't work is your choice. You're the one who makes the choices on the journey. It is just you. You're where the back stops. That's powerful. It's freeing, and it also gives you guidance. Like I am the person. It's me who
Yeah,
decides. I quite like that idea. Yeah.
definitely. Fantastic. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sarah.
So
Amazing.
if anybody wants to find you, it's Sessions of the Soul. No, that's Instagram. Is that Facebook as well?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and then I'm Suzanne Williams for the Journey on YouTube and Spotify. And I'm
Fantastic.
also on Amazon for my book, so you can find me in
Brilliant.
lots of places.
Do you have your book with you?
I do because I'm teaching about it later, so there's my little booky work. I'm doing
Oh,
a talk on it
fantastic.
later, so I'm tabbing the pages. So yeah,
Oh,
notes
lovely.
for all the journeys.
And that's available on Amazon.
Amazon at the moment, yes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Suzanne. It was
Thank you,
lovely to
Sarah.
speak to you.
You
If
too.
anybody would like to follow Celebrating Women in Business, we are on all the platforms. I
Yeah.
think we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, yeah, and Sarah Jenkins on TikTok as well.
Ooh,
Very
love
lovely
it.
of people to come and join us. Anyway, thank you very much, and I will
Thank you,
speak to
Sarah.
you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.